everybody. It's Kyle. Coming to you live from the car. Yeah, just went and got my shots. Normal stuff, basically. Boring, normal stuff. Let's see. What is going on that's good in my life? Well, you guys know how excited I am to be going to the Yurt to get away with my lovely wife for a weekend. Or actually the end of a weekend, but for about 3 days or so. That's going to be great. Really looking forward to that. That's very exciting. And then, of course, around spring break time, we're taking a trip with the whole family to New York City. I will be the only one that's ever been there before, and the other 4 people have never been there. So it should be interesting. I don't know exactly what it is they're expecting. I guarantee they're not expecting the aroma. Although, it's probably going to be pretty cold still, so it may not be that bad. I've been there in summer, and it's pretty horrifying. That's going on. We ended the swimming season with my daughter swimming on the varsity team for the conference championships last Friday. It was the first time we used the tech suit. She said it's very uncomfortable. No kidding. I kind of had a feeling about that. But she did take about a second off of her 200 individual medley time. But then it didn't work out so good for the backstroke. But hey, it was her first time swimming in it. It was a nerve-wracking experience because she was one of only 2 freshmen on the whole team, and probably very few freshmen in the building at that time. So it's a big deal, and it's funny because she told me she talked to one of the coaches, I think the assistant coach, and told him that she was kind of disappointed, that she didn't do better and take more time off. And he said, hey, what grade are you in again? And she said, I'm a freshman. And he goes, and where are you right now? At the conference championships varsity meet. Yeah, you've already won. And I thought that was cool that he said that. And it's true. I mean, to be able to make it that far your first year swimming is huge. She's been swimming since she was about 8 years old, so about 7 years now. And a little bit under 7 years, actually. And she started out really loving it. She really definitely started loving it when she started racing competitively and winning. And, she wasn't sure if she wanted to swim this year. She knew she would because she wants to be a 3-sport senior down the road. So she wanted to do 3 sports. The fall is volleyball for the school. Winter is swim. And then I think spring she's going to do track and field. So she knew she wanted to do that, but she wasn't very gung-ho about it. And, we went to the first meet, and it was kind of funny because she came up to us telling us how nervous she was because she hasn't swam in over a year competitively. And she went out there and was like top 5 in one deal and top 7 in another. I mean, against all grades, So she's got that ability. And it may not be fun swim practice. I know it's not fun. But she's getting better. And I can only imagine what my wife said when we were sitting there at the meet. We can only imagine what it's going to be like when she's a senior. So she did great this year, and we're so proud of her. It's awesome. It's awesome to see all that. My son, same thing. He is really just excelling at things. He's really, music is a huge part of his life, and he loves playing different instruments. He loves singing, and it's funny. He told me he filled out an application for my alma mater, KU, which, we live in Missouri, so out-of-state tuition is pretty ridiculous. Unless you're able to get some sort of scholarships to go there, it's probably not worth it. However, he filled it out, and he filled it out to join in the music program, be involved in the music program. And he said every single thing that they had listed, check which one of these you're involved in. He was involved in all of them. There's like 6 different things that he's done so far. So like, concert band, marching band, symphonic band, jazz band, choir, and I can't remember, like one of the special choir groups or something. And yeah, I mean, that says a lot, man. As a junior, this kid has already, kind of run the gamut on being involved in different groups and organizations within the music departments. So, moments like that and hearing things like that just make me a real proud dad. Yeah, I know. The last episode was called Dad Pride, Kyle. Or Kid Pride, sorry. Yeah, it was. But yeah, again, it's just awesome to watch your kids do great things. So, other than that, what else is good that's going on in my life? I mean, the job's great, of course. Just moving right along in that department. And then, outside of that, we're just trying to get some stuff organized and cleaned up, get rid of some things. It's funny because I cleaned out my closet this last weekend, and I threw away an industrial strength size trash bag. I didn't throw it away. I took it and donated it, but a huge trash bag, one of those like 55-gallon or 60-gallon ones, full of clothes, pants, shirts, shorts, sweaters, everything. So, and I probably can fill another one. I got so many clothes, man. Really got to clean some of that stuff out and get rid of some of those things. Got a lot of shoes too, and probably what I want to try and do there is to take and just pare it down to the ones that I wear the most and put the other ones away, store them. Some of them I want to keep forever. Some of them, forget it. So getting reorganized and being involved in stuff like that, it makes me feel good. It makes me happy because it means we're changing some things up in our lives that for the better. So anyway, all right, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break. I'm going to throw it over to Kyle and come back and we'll talk a little bit about some things that I'm into right now. Hey, Kyle. All right, and we're back, everybody. So what am I into right now? Let's see, what am I listening to? Well, I do actually have a few records on the way. Still waiting on that Outkast one. Like I said, I knew that was going to be a while, if it ever even comes. But I did order a couple different records, and I'm having a tough time remembering what one of them is called. I know one of them that I ordered most recently is Harmar Superstars. I think Bye Bye 17 is what it's called, and it's a great album. Bye Bye 17. It's just really solid. I love that guy. I know he kind of got out of music and he's cleaned up his life and everything like that, but he's an excellent singer. And it's kind of a shame that, he felt like he had to get away from that because it was the urges and stuff were just too much. And I understand. I mean, that's rough. Look, a lot of people, when they hear about, people, how hard it is for rock stars and musicians and famous people and all that, they kind of make fun of it. But I'll be honest with you, man, it's not funny. It's kind of a sad thing, and it's unfortunate that people really have to just get the hell away from situations like that in order to survive. But it happens a lot. It happens all the time. And so, it'll be interesting to see what he does in the future. I know he's done a few other things, and I'm hoping that he does continue to make music and everything. But yeah, I'm interested in that album coming. He's such a great singer. The other album I got, I actually saw a good friend of mine who's from over in the Nordic countries in Europe there, and he had up on his Facebook an album called Walela. So it's like Welela by Miriam Makeba. Now, I'd never even heard of Miriam Makeba. But I went and clicked. Usually when people are listening to music, they have a link to go listen to a song or something by that person. Actually, maybe I need to start doing that. But anyway, he did, and I went and looked and found the music and listened to it, and holy cow, I mean, just absolutely stunning voice. So was very interested in it. I went online and found it on Discogs for like $5 in very good plus condition. That's great. I mean, might have a little bit of popcorn sound to it, but not much. And so I snagged a copy of that. Of course, shipping was more than what the record cost, but that's all right. Still, under $15, I got this record. I'm very excited to hear that one as well. So looking forward to that coming soon as well. I have been listening to a lot more Greta Van Fleet. I have their newest album. I can't even remember what it's called, but something door. I don't even remember. But I like it a lot, and that's the only one I have on vinyl. It's the only music of theirs I really have. But I kind of been listening to some of their previous records as well. They're a very talented band. Really the only thing I feel like holding them back is probably the thing that makes them popular, which is their lead singer. I don't mean that in a negative way. He's a great singer. He's a great artist, but he needs to rein it in a little bit sometimes, No matter what he thinks, he is not Robert Plant. He does have a great sound, and he is a similar style singer, but it's almost like they've just cut the reins off and let him do whatever he wants. And sometimes, I mean, you got to do that, and I understand, but sometimes it's like, all right, dude, that's annoying. So now I think on the newest album that I have, he doesn't do that a ton. But on the previous couple records, he does. And so maybe that's changed. We'll see, I guess, when they put out something newer. I hope so, because I think they're a really talented group, and I think he's a very amazing singer. You know what I'm saying. If you guys listen to any pop at all, Christina Aguilera, great voice. Her biggest problem is, that whole fucking fluttering your voice up and down. Okay, super, man. You have that ability. It doesn't add anything to the song. It just makes the song sound shittier. Just fucking sing the song. Quit it with that stuff, man. There's a time and a place for everything. And Whitney Houston was 10 times the singer. And she didn't do that shit. Or Aretha Franklin. I mean, they did a little bit of it, but it had its place. Again, Christina Aguilera is great, but everything has its time and its place. And someone needs to rein her ass in on doing that. But it's too late now. She's a super duper duper superstar. So you can forget that shit happening. All right. Let's see. What else? What am I watching right now? Well, we're continuing to watch The Last of Us. We've started the second season also of White Lotus. White Lotus is great. The second season is really odd. It definitely seems more crass and dark, not as jocular. I mean, it seemed like in the first one there was a lot more jokes and fun up front, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of that here. The F. Murray Abraham character is great, but it seems more dark, sad, and sinister. And then even down to the characters that came over from the first show. There's only a couple of them. But now it takes place in a coastal town in Sicily. But even those characters, it's just not, it's pretty negative, man. And I was surprised by that. Don't get me wrong, the whole idea of it, it's kind of negative. Bad things happen in resorts, the same brand resort or whatever. But I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm sure I'll love it regardless. I know people who love the show love it, so I'm sure I'll come around. Or it'll come around, one of the two. And then, Last of Us, wow. I mean, that show's amazing, dude. Pedro Pascal is a great actor. Yeah, was he a little too much on Saturday Night Live? Yeah, he was. But he was also really funny. The Mario Kart deal was really hilarious with him playing Mario. If you haven't seen that, I'll try to remember to put a link in the notes. But that was hilarious. Some of the other stuff in there, though, it was just too overblown. I felt like, man, I'm pretty negative on stuff today. Sorry. All right, that's it on what I'm watching right now. I mean, there's a few documentaries I'm excited to come out, but I can't really remember them off the top of my head. Okay. Let's see, what am I reading right now? Well, I am finishing up, finally, the Something is Killing the Children, the 5th collection, or trade paperback of that. Really solid. And I really do want to commit to getting into reading the rest of these and getting caught up on these books, because I got a lot of them, and I need to do it. They're fun. I always, when I do it afterwards, I always feel great. You know, I feel like I really did something. So there you go. What about gaming? Yeah, I mean, I did play a little bit of Stray yesterday, which is, I think that might be the first game I bought on the Steam Deck. Really amazing game. If you've never seen it, you're a stray cat, basically. But there's kind of some mysteries and stuff to solve. And it's also set in the future a little bit. It's interesting. If you have not seen that game, I highly recommend checking it out. I'll try to remember to put a gameplay video link in the notes, because it's pretty awesome. Let's see. Yeah, that Persona 4 Golden, man. I got to figure out how to get past that boss. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I just got to go look it up. I haven't taken the time. Podcasts. Well, I mean, I am knee deep now in the second season of this podcast I really, 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 really love, called Hell and Gone. And it's a different case in the second season, but man, it is amazing. Now, this case is actually a murder that took place like 40 years earlier. So pretty interesting, or really, I guess 30 years earlier. But really interesting story, and definitely like it. And then they'll come back with any updates or anything on the first story, which is amazing. So enjoying that show a lot. Again, it soothes my desire to listen to criminal garbage. I don't know why I'm so fascinated with it, but I am. It is what it is, right? Everybody's got their things they like. So that's about it, guys. Not much else going on. I mean, you know, Apple came out with the M2 Mac Pros and the Mac Mini Pro and all that jazz. Or MacBook Pros, sorry, not Mac Pros. And, you know, they seem really great and everything. Now, I have an M1, a MacBook Pro M1 Max or Ultra or whatever it is, the top of the line one, and it's fantastic. That's the new computer I use that they bought me for work, and it's amazing. The capabilities of it are just wow. You know, the other thing that's really amazing too is that old Mac Pro that I have, the Xeon processor one. I might look into bumping that processor up to the next level. I think I have enough RAM. I got like 40 gigs of RAM in there. I don't know. I'll think about it. But, dude, that thing is still, I mean, it's amazing how powerful that machine is. And it's like, gosh, 13 years old? Maybe more? I mean, it's amazing. It's an incredible computer for that $350, $400 it cost me to put it together, you know? And it ran as it was when I bought it. It's just I upgraded the processor, the RAM, put an SSD in there, and then I took the hard drive that was in there, which was a terabyte, and I bought the same exact hard drive and made that a RAID. The machine's fantastic. I really can't say enough great things about it. Some things I would do is maybe bump up that processor, bump up the RAM if I could, get it to like a more of a 64 or, you know, yeah, probably 64 gigs of RAM, and, you know, see what that brings me out of the deal. Because I think I put 32 in there, and it had 8, so I'd just buy another 32 and take that 8 out, so that'd be 64. That'd be great. But, I mean, that machine is just, it's so powerful, you know? I haven't even thought about putting Windows on it yet. I guess I could. I mean, I have a copy of Windows somewhere. But, yeah, I don't know why I'm talking about all that. Other than those machines came out, the Galaxy S23 came out. Looks pretty great, but again, I'm so happy with my Fold 4. Not interested. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff dropping, and it's cool and all that jazz. Oh, one thing that did come out that's really cool is Dead Space 2, or I'm sorry, Dead Space, but it's a rebooted or, upgraded version of Dead Space. That game came out quite a while ago. As a matter of fact, I think I had it on Xbox 360, so it's pretty old. But they came out with a PC and then an Xbox Series edition, way higher resolution, better graphics. It kind of went back and redid all that, like they did with Final Fantasy a couple years ago. But that looks really great. And I know my buddy TV is playing that. I haven't really talked to him too much about it, but I know he said it was absolutely gorgeous. So, all right, guys, that's all I have. I can't bore you with anything else now. You guys, I appreciate you sticking with me and listening to these. I'd like to do something special here real soon, but I'm not even going to say anything about it because it never happens when I do. So when it gets closer and I have it confirmed that it's going to happen, I'll let you guys know. How's that sound? Oh, Super Bowl is this Sunday, by the way. That would be the Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. So Andy Reid's two big teams that he's coached at. I have high hopes for the Chiefs and everything, but boy, Philadelphia's tough. I don't know how we're going to be able to pull off a victory against Philadelphia, especially with McCole Hardman now. He's definitely out for the rest of the season, which is only one game. But that hurts a lot. And, man, they're going to be all over Travis Kelce. I do know Clyde Edwards-Helaire came back, too. So maybe he can help us out a little bit offensively. But, yeah, we'll see. Who knows, man? You never know. You never know, dude. The Chiefs, it's hard to say, well, they'll definitely not win this because Mahomes has a way of making you eat your words later. So, anyway, just ask our buddy Burrow how he feels about that shit. All right, guys. Well, you guys take it easy. I'll be back next week with a new episode, and I appreciate you guys listening once again. And the only other thing I can think of is, hey, I really want you to get off my lawn.